The distress signal was a whisper in the void, faint but persistent. It carried no words, only an eerie hum that prickled the senses and defied translation. Captain Rhea Alvion of the Celestial Flame frowned at the console as the signal wormed its way through her ship's systems. "This isn't normal," said Cade Terran, her second-in-command, leaning over her shoulder. His sharp eyes scanned the display, picking apart the signal's strange, resonant pattern. "It's almost alive." Rhea nodded, her brow furrowed. "Alive or not, someone's in trouble. Plot a course." The Celestial Flame veered toward the coordinates, its engines humming as the ship cut through the silence of a desolate star system. Ahead, a massive, shattered planet loomed, its surface pockmarked with scars of some ancient cataclysm. Debris fields spun lazily in orbit, remnants of cities and ships long forgotten. At the center of it all was a ship, if it could be called that. It was a sleek, organic vessel, its hull rippling like liquid metal. It pulsed faintly, the source of the distress call. "Never seen anything like it," Cade murmured, his voice tinged with awe. "Neither have I," Rhea admitted. "Scan for life signs." The ship's AI, Eris, responded in its smooth, neutral tone. One faint life sign detected. Species, unknown. Vital signs, critical. Rhea didn't hesitate. "Prep the medical bay. We're bringing them aboard." Inside the alien vessel, the air was heavy and cold, carrying the scent of ozone and decay. The team moved cautiously, their suits' lights cutting through the dim glow of the ship's walls. At its center, they found the survivor, a figure slumped against a console, its form both fragile and majestic. The being was slender and crystalline, its translucent body shimmering faintly in the light. Its large, multifaceted eyes fluttered open as they approached, and it let out a soft musical sound. A plea. "We've got you," Rhea said gently, motioning for the medics to move in. The alien reached out a trembling hand, its voice resonating directly in her mind. "Save the truth. Do not let it die." Before she could respond, the ship shuddered violently. Alarms blared as the organic walls began to dissolve, the vessel breaking apart. "Get us out of here!" Rhea shouted, grabbing the alien and rushing for the exit. They made it back to the Celestial Flame just as the alien ship disintegrated completely. Rhea carried the alien to the medbay, where Dr. Ellen Vallis worked quickly to stabilize it. "It's remarkable," Ellen said, her voice filled with both excitement and worry. "The crystal structure isn't just its body, it's a storage medium. This thing isn't just alive, it's a repository of information." "What kind of information?" Cade asked. Ellen glanced at Rhea. "That's the question, isn't it?" Hours later, the alien stirred. It introduced itself telepathically as Ivarin, a historian of the Larenth, a species thought extinct for millennia. Ivarin explained that it had escaped the destruction of its homeworld, carrying with it the last remnants of its people's history. "The galaxy forgets," Ivarin said, its voice a melody in their minds. "But we remember. We remember the empire that shattered our world, erased our name, and silenced our voices." Rhea leaned forward, her pulse quickening. "What empire?" Ivarin's eyes glowed faintly. "The Zenith Dominion. They were once the rulers of the stars, and their crimes were countless. They feared those who would speak of their atrocities, so they destroyed us. Now, I am all that remains." Cade frowned. "The Dominion fell centuries ago. Why send a distress call now?" Ivarin's crystalline body shimmered as it replied. "The past is not dead. The Dominion's sins echo still. Their weapons, their lies, they linger in the shadows waiting to rise again. You must help me. If the galaxy learns the truth, the cycle can be broken." The team debated furiously in the days that followed. Ivarin's story was both extraordinary and dangerous. Exposing the crimes of an ancient empire could destabilize fragile alliances and ignite new wars. "We're explorers, not revolutionaries," Cade argued. "This is bigger than us." Rhea shook her head. "If the truth is out there, and we have the chance to uncover it, we have a responsibility to try." Ellen added, "Ivarin's data could reshape our understanding of galactic history. But more than that, it's proof that entire civilizations can be erased, and no one will even remember their names." In the end, Rhea made the call. They would help Ivarin. Their first destination was a derelict space station where Ivarin claimed fragments of the Dominion's atrocities were hidden. As the celestial flame approached the station, its scanners picked up strange readings. The station appeared lifeless, but there was something dormant within, something waiting. "Are you sure about this?" Cade asked as the ship docked. Rhea tightened her grip on her weapon. "Number, but we're doing it anyway." The airlock opened, revealing the dark, silent corridors of the station. Ivarin's voice resonated in their minds. "Be wary. The past does not sleep easily." The corridors of the derelict space station were dark and lifeless, yet they hummed faintly, as though the station itself breathed in the shadows. Captain Rhea Alvion led the team, her weapon raised and her nerves taut. Behind her, Cade Terran scanned for life signs, his expression grim. Ivarin's crystalline form shimmered faintly in the dim light, floating with an ethereal grace. Its voice resonated in their minds. This station was once a repository for the Dominion's secrets, but they feared their own truths. They left traps. "What kind of traps?" Cade asked, his tone sharp. Before Ivarin could answer, the corridor erupted with a blinding flash. A pulse of energy swept through, disabling their lights and communications. The team staggered, their suits sparking as they adjusted to the sudden darkness. "Ivarin, what the hell was that?" Rhea barked. "A Guardian protocol," Ivarin replied, its voice steady despite the chaos. "The Dominion did not want anyone uncovering what they left behind." As the team pressed forward, they encountered strange biomechanical constructs dormant along the walls. Their sleek insect-like forms pulsed faintly with energy, as though they were waiting for something, or someone, to wake them. "These things give me the creeps," Cade muttered, his grip tightening on his weapon. "They're not active," Rhea said, though her voice betrayed her unease. "Let's keep moving." They entered a vast chamber, its walls lined with crystalline databanks that glowed faintly. In the center of the room stood a massive console, its surface etched with alien glyphs. "This is it," Ivarin said, moving toward the console. "The core of the station's knowledge, the truths the Dominion tried to bury." Ellen Vallis approached cautiously, her fingers flying over her portable scanner. "The energy readings here are off the charts. If I can interface with this console, I might be able to download the data." Rhea nodded. "Do it." As Ellen began her work, Ivarin floated closer, its crystalline body resonating with the console's faint hum. The glyphs shifted and pulsed, as if reacting to its presence. "They remember me," Ivarin said softly. "My people designed the technology the Dominion stole. This station carries echoes of us, fragments of what they destroyed." Suddenly the station shuddered, and the dormant constructs along the walls came to life. Their metallic limbs unfolded with mechanical precision, their glowing eyes locking onto the intruders. "Of course," Cade muttered, raising his weapon. "I knew this was too easy." Rhea spun toward Ivarin. "What are they?" "Sentinels," Ivarin replied. "The Dominion's final defense. They will destroy anything that threatens their secrets." The sentinels moved with lethal grace, their limbs slicing through the air as they advanced. Cade fired the first shot, the blast ricocheting harmlessly off their sleek armor. "Ellen, how much time do you need?" Rhea shouted, firing at another sentinel. "More than we have," Ellen yelled, her focus locked on the console. Ivarin floated toward the sentinels, its crystalline form glowing brighter. "I can hold them back, but I cannot do it alone. You must fight." The team engaged, their weapons blazing. Rhea's shots found weak points in the sentinel's armor, disabling one of the constructs. Cade hurled an explosive charge, taking down 2 more. But the sentinels kept coming, their numbers seemingly endless. "We're getting overwhelmed," Cade shouted, his voice strained. Ellen's voice cut through the chaos. "I've got it. Data transfer is at 80%. The station shuddered again, this time more violently. A low, resonant hum filled the air, growing louder with each passing second. Ivarin turned toward Rhea, its voice urgent. "The station is destabilizing. It was designed to self-destruct if the core was accessed. You must leave now." "We're not leaving without the data," Rhea snapped. Ivarin hesitated. If you stay too long, you will not survive, Ellen shouted. Transfer complete, I've got everything. Then let's move, Rhea ordered. Thurholm fought their way back through the corridors, the sentinels relentless in their pursuit. Ivarin stayed close, its glowing form projecting energy pulses that slowed the constructs. As they reached the docking bay, the station's walls began to collapse, shards of metal and crystal falling around them. The celestial flame loomed ahead, its airlock open and waiting. Go, 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 Rhea shouted, ushering the team aboard. The ship's engines roared to life as they pulled away from the station. Behind them, the station imploded, a massive shockwave ripping through the debris field. Rhea collapsed into her chair, breathing heavily. Ellen, what did we get? Ellen connected her scanner to the ship's console. It's unbelievable. Detailed accounts of the Dominion's conquests, their weapons, their atrocities. But more than that, it's evidence of the civilizations they destroyed. Entire species erased from history. Ivarin's voice resonated softly. The galaxy must know the truth. This is how we honor those who were lost. The weight of the revelation settled over the crew. Cade broke the silence. What happens now? We just send this out and hope the galaxy listens? Rhea shook her head. We don't hope. We make them listen. The Dominion may be gone, but the systems they built are still standing. We expose this, and everything changes. Ivarin's glow brightened. You risk much, but you honor the forgotten. Perhaps your kind is stronger than we imagined. As the celestial flame sped into the void, carrying the secrets of a broken galaxy, Rhea's resolve burned bright. The fight was just beginning.